Hi guys, how you doing? I want to do this video because I've gotten some emails and I'm just thinking that we could probably make this thing a little bit more clear. I know Jocelyn had prepared a wonderful video for you guys, but I want to take it just a step further so can we really clarify this. So anyways, there might be a couple of breaks in this video because I'm going to be jumping back and forth from programs. So the first thing I want to do is I just want to open this image, and I just picked an image of John Lennon. Why? Because I'm a great big John Lennon fan? No, not at all. Because he's one of the most recognizable figures of the last 100 years. So that said, let's go ahead and not only pick a recognizable figure, but somebody who's got, or a portrait that's got these distinguishable features that's really, really easy to decipher in different settings. And I think John Lennon's glasses and nose are exactly what we're looking for in this situation. He's got the big glasses, the giant nose, and then the little tiny skinny lips. So that's John Lennon's signature look, right? So we're going to use that and we're going to exploit his look to our benefit in this assignment, if you will. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I open this image up in Photoshop. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate the background because that's always what you do as a first step in Photoshop. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create what's called a levels adjustment layer. And you see this little kind of yin-yang looking box down there? I'm going to click that, and it's going to open this dialog box, and I'm just going to click this right here. It's called levels adjustment layer. And this is what you're going to get. You're going to get this right here in your properties, and if you don't see it, go to your window and click properties, and you'll see this is called a histogram. Now this is what I want you to do. See this part of the histogram right here? Leave it alone. See the middle and the dark points? Here's what I want you to do with the dark point. As soon as Photoshop's done freaking out here, hold on a sec. Oh, wow. All right, so gotta love Adobe, huh? Ooh, really tough stuff here. Not as big a fan as I used to be of Adobe, folks. Anyways, so here's what we have. We have your sliders. Okay, this is a shadow slider. Watch what happens. I want to really bring the shadows out. Not to the point where it's like black like that, but I just want to bring the shadows out really to get this part right here super defined, these shadows. Okay, then I can take this shadow slider or midtone slider, and I can even push that a little bit further. I want to keep that area so I can get the jawline. Okay, but I'm going to leave that at that. I'm going to say File, Save As, and we're just going to call this John Lennon PSD, and we are going to save this as a JPEG. And I'll just save it right away. Okay. All right, now I'm going to jump over to Illustrator, so I'll see you guys there. Okay, gang, and here we are in Illustrator. So I'm just going to go File, New. And I'm just going to open a default. Let's get rid of, geez, oh, God. Oh, what happened to my Adobe products? I'm just going to say okay on that default. And again, we'll watch Adobe freak out for a while. All right, and now look, here's what I'm going to do. I have my Adobe InDesign file, Illustrator file. And what I want to do is I want to place that John Lennon image. So I'm going to say Object. I'm sorry, I'm going to say Edit Place. Actually, hang on 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. So anyways, here, I'm just going to put my John Lennon image right here in Illustrator. Okay, and I'm just gonna, okay, I'm gonna change the size of it a little bit before I place it. But when I do that, I'm gonna make sure that I hold the shift key, and that's gonna make sure that that image maintains maintains its original proportions. Okay, so at this point, I want to prepare this image for what we're going to do with the typography. So when I do that, I'm going to use one of a couple of different techniques: cutout filter, any one of those, or what we call live trace in Illustrator. So I know that Jocelyn's video, I think she used 10 colors, but anyways, I just want to say, okay, across the top here in your Illustrator menu, you're going to go to the object menu and scroll down to, it's called image trace. So if you say image trace, and well, first of all, you got to select the image, object, image trace, make. Okay, and this is what you get. Now, Jocelyn showed you all of the presets on this, okay? But I'm just going to leave it at this because I want to over-exemplify this demonstration. Okay, so I'm going to click that to okay it, all right? Now, I'm going to select it again, and I'm going to go over here, and usually what you want to do, folks, is save a copy of this, okay? Because this is what I'm getting at here. I'm going to go to my zoom tool, and I want you to see, you see these things like this? See these little, like sharp little lines, and that little shape right there, and those little shapes, and these little shapes right here, like that little thing right there, and that. These are all very much indicative of the trace tool in Illustrator. So what I typically like to do is I like to go to, I'll select the image, and I'll just go up here to expand. Now remember, keep a copy of your image. But once you expand this, you can actually go in here and you can edit these. Let me get my white arrow tool. Okay, and for example, like this right here, well, let me see, I want to find, okay, this right here. You see that right there? I just need to get in there and edit those points. And it could possibly be, taking away some points. It could possibly be removing some points. But the idea is just to get this whole thing smoothed out so that we get rid of all of those really super rough. Okay, and then you try to clean it up like that. Okay, now you'll see what you're getting at. You're going to have to start removing points at some areas. You're going to want to remove points. I wouldn't add any more points, but like for instance, that little blop right there, that can go. Okay, so your result is going to be a clean silhouette-esque image like this. At that point, guys, now if you want to add more colors than this, have at it. Jocelyn showed you how. But what you do from here, folks, is just start filling your letters in and match the tone of the image, okay? Do yourselves a favor and take a couple of those tutorials online. There's a couple for Photoshop. There's a ton for Photoshop. But just do Illustrator typographic portrait. Excuse me. And there's a bunch. I'm going to post one that I think is really excellent. But this is the idea, and the varying shades of gray here are what you're going for. So the more I look at this, the more I think that Jocelyn's approach may have yielded more versatility in terms of some of the gray tones. But right now I just have black and white. I think she had 5, maybe, did she have 5 colors in her live trace? So she also had some shades of gray in which that you can also use to build texture and depth in your typographic portrait. Okay, hope this helped, guys. If you have any questions, give me a holler. Thanks.